Hello everyone. Welcome to the Communication for Movie. This is Kaito Satta. Today's episode is about same-sex marriage. I'm going to be talking about same-sex problem and current situation surroundings. And I will tell you a simple question and answer to that problem. Also, I will introduce its various problems and histories. I hope everyone think about this problem through this video. Should same-sex marriage be legal? Now, let's get started. There are many people in this world with various preferences. It's about sex as well. However, it has long been decided that a man should have married a woman and a woman should have married a man. Until a while ago, homosexual people tried to change this concept. LGBT social movements called free love have been beginning in Europe and the United States from long ago, which began in the 1860s. And after about 140 years, same-sex marriage was finally granted. The Netherlands is the country that recognizes same-sex marriage for the first time in the world. December 2000, same-sex marriage law was established, and April 1st, 2001, same law had enforcement. After that, other countries also made laws that would allow it. But can we recognize it easily? Is there no problem? This theme requires careful discussion and voting. In order to know the current situation surrounding same-sex marriage, I will explain the meaning of various related words so that you can make it easy to see the problem. First, what does LGBT stand for? LGBT are initialisms that stand for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. In use since the 1990s. The term LGBT emphasizes the culture of sexual diversity and sexual identity. LGBT people symbolize colorful flag. That is called rainbow flag. But what is rainbow flag? Rainbow flag, as known as LGBT flag, is a symbol of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender pride and social movement. The colors reflect the diversity of LGBT community. The flag is often used as a symbol of gay pride during LGBT rights marches. Next, which country is allowed same-sex marriage? In 2017, more than 25 countries allow same-sex marriage. In other words, about 170 countries will not accept same-sex marriage. It is not accepted globally. People of LGBT cannot marry. Look at this colorful world map. This map shows the countries where same-sex marriage is permitted. You can see many things by looking at this image. Many countries in Europe and the Americas accept same-sex marriage. However, in Africa and Asia, there are few accepted countries. Only South Africa and Taiwan. In addition, many of them treat homosexuality as a crime. This map shows the countries where gay marriage is crime. Many countries in Africa, West Asia, and Southeast Asia are considered crime. Furthermore, some countries have the same sexual marriage as the death penalty. Look at this map. Afghanistan, Brunei, Mauritania, Sudan, Northern Nigeria, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Somalia, Iran, and Iraq. These countries often forbid it as a religious issue. Muslims have the content to deny homosexuality. It is because sexual acts are done for gender prosperity, between men and women, and sexual intercourse is not the purpose of prosperity to a heavy sentence of death penalty. However, most religions prohibited same-sex marriage. People of LGBT have also changed their religious concept. Next, let's look at the history of United States. In 1996, President Bill Clinton signed the Defense of Marriage Act, which prohibited federal recognition of same-sex marriage. However, in 2003, a judge in Massachusetts state allowed same-sex marriage, and marriage license follows that. In the following years, many states banned gay marriage and other nations began trying to acknowledge similar allies by court order and law. Despite this, on June 26, 2015, the same-sex marriage bill was passed in all states by the Supreme Ruling Court. President Obama said on Twitter, "Today is a big step in our march toward equality. Gay and lesbian couples now have the right to marry, just like anyone else." Next, I'm going to be talking about newest legalized country, Australia. Recently in Australia, legalization of same-sex marriage was decided. More than 12.7 million voters, representing 19.5% of Australians, voted, 61.6% of which voted for, and 38.4% voted against. This ballot, which raises the question as to whether same-sex couples should be allowed to legally get married, was held for around 2 months from September. Based on this result, Congress decided to legalize same-sex marriage within the year. Australia will become the 27th country where same-sex marriage is permitted. Next, why is not same-sex marriage allowed in Japan? As for Japan in 2017, same-sex marriage is not permitted by law. The people of LGBT are complaining that the constitution is in violation. But the opponents are arguing that the constitution is right. Therefore, there is an opinion that it's better to adopt the new law called civil partnership. This is a law that also recognizes a legal status similar to marriage between heterosexual or homosexual couples. Based on this law, some cities in Japan admit as ordinance. Thanks to this, you cannot marry, but you will be accepted as a fact marriage. In conclusion, countries that recognize same-sex marriage are increasing in the world year by year. However, it is only in Europe and America. In Asia and Africa, most countries are not yet admitted. Of course, there are many LGBT people in Africa and Asia too. So, I think that we should allow the same-sex marriage so that people can live more better in the future, aiming at a world in which many people can live equally, even if just a little, will lead us toward the solution to this problem. Thank you for watching.